Today is Saturday, March the 16th, and yeah, Saturday, March the 16th. These here are two new additions to the farm here. They are two heifers. They are a Black Angus cross with Holstein. Good beef. I will be raising these ones to be cows. It was only supposed to be one heifer and one bull. And they had scours really, not really bad, but sort of bad. And the farmer hung on to them for the last week and a half, almost 2 weeks. And I was expecting to pick up a heifer and a bull. And I had offered the bull to the lady down the road because she's been bugging me for a newborn baby bull calf. And I went there today, and he was out of town, and his wife looked after me, and she said it was only two all black calves in the barn that just have the yellow buttons for their vaccinations. And so the two of us grabbed them, put them in my truck, and I got home here to drop off my heifer, and I looked to see which one was the heifer, and it's like, they're both heifers. So I messaged the woman, and she's in Texas right now, and she's got a farm sitter. And I explained to her the situation, and she had given me money to pick it up for her. And she'd even stopped by the farm to look at it, before it was even ready to go. And so when I got them back here, I messaged her down in Texas, and I told her what had happened. And I had turned around and I had gone back to the farm as well, and I checked with his wife. I said, look, these are two heifers, not a bull and a heifer. And she says, well, they're only, you know as well as I do, that's all the ones that were in there that were all black. And it was supposed to be like a Black Angus cross heifer and a Black Angus cross bull. And all the other ones were just young Holstein heifers that were in the pen. And paid $100 each for these ones. And they're about 2.5, almost 3 weeks old, because he was hanging on to them, and I was supposed to pick them up the following Saturday when he told me they were born. And then he messaged me and said that they had gone down a bit, and he was going to hang on to them till they got better. And then last weekend I messaged him to see if they were ready. He said not 100% yet, and he won't let them go until they're 100%. And so then he told me to come today and get them. So anyway, I messaged the woman, and she starts freaking out on me. Oh, give me my money back, and blah, blah, blah. I'll deal with him myself, blah, from here on forward, blah, blah. She's just freaking right out of him. Just give me my money, blah, blah. You owe him for another one. And she's carrying on. And it's like, she says, I can't believe that you didn't check to make sure it was one boy, one girl before you left. Well, I don't. He's got calves. I go there, I pick them up, and I bring them home. Simple as that. I don't check them until I get them home. I was told they were a bull and a heifer, and when I would check them is when I would tag them, and I tag females in in their left ear, and I tag the males in the right ear. And she was on and on, flipping out on me about, get my money back, blah, blah, blah. Take one of the heifers back and get the one for me. And, she was just carrying on. It's like, why did I even bother offering her a calf? Like, I was going to keep them both for myself, the bull and the heifer. And she was bugging me for one. And so I said, well, if you want the bull, well, you can have the bull. I can get more later. And, yeah, so these are like 3 weeks old now. They're pretty feisty. I just loaded them in the back of my truck, and I put collars on them, and I tied them to the front of the truck inside the topper of my truck, and transported them home here. So now I got two heifers. when I was only expecting one. Because the bull was supposed to go to the other woman, but these are both nice heifers. So I'm not sure what happened. And they're kind of lazy right now. I fed them some milk out of a pail, no bottle. I put them up in this little tarp garage here by the house because it's too hard to get down to the barns with all the ice now, because we had 30 hours of pouring rain just a couple nights ago. Thunderstorm and everything, rained like crazy. The snow went down about a good 2 feet. And everything turned to ice. You can walk right on top of the snow. So carrying water up to the house here from the barn is murder. Never mind trying to carry pails of milk down to them. So I figured I put them in here. I built them this little corral out of pallets. And put old blankets around and carpet around the outside to keep them warm. Because it was last night it went down to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. It's about, what is it now? Just before I came out, I think it was around 30, 31 degrees when I came out here. It was somewhere in that area there. It was just into the 30s. And it's about 4 o'clock right now. And I'm debating whether to put this heat lamp in here or not for them, because they come from a warm barn. Dairy barn. He just crossbred them with beef cross because he knows that he just wants to get his cows bred so they keep on milking. So he doesn't need any new cows right now. So he's been crossbreeding with Black Angus for a few years now, and not all of us heard, but you know. There was some full-blown Holsteins there, heifers. But they're heavy. I took everything I had to lift them up on the tailgate of my truck. Actually, I think the one in the back with the red collar on, I needed to get help. I got him lifted up about foot off the ground, and his wife had to help me get it up onto the tailgate. I just couldn't get up anymore. My back wouldn't go, and she grabbed the other side of it and helped me up onto the tailgate with her, because she's bigger than this guy. This girl here, I should say. Okay, so that's the update for this weekend. I'll just give you a quick peek outside here. Everything is turned to ice. And yes, I did get the starter under warranty. I did put it in the truck. And I did start the truck once down there. And I plowed about 30-40 feet wide and about 30 feet deep. And when I hit the snowbank to push it in, it stalled out. And I turned the key and the starter just runs. That's it. Won't engage. So I took the pan off the bottom of the transmission so I could see the ring gear, and the ring gear is chewed about halfway, well, not quite halfway, but a third of the way into the teeth, flattened out, like not flattened out, but basically missing the teeth, and there's a big burr on the edges. So that truck is toast. So this summer I'll have to pull that blade off of there and put it on that yellow Chevy I showed you guys back there this summer, like I was supposed to do last summer, because I had a feeling this truck was on its way out, because it was giving me a little bit of problems last winter running. That was because the carburetor was leaking. And I also found a sow. There's a guy just a few miles from here. He was renting a farm, and he had a bunch of calves and a sow and a boar, and I think he had 5 or 6 feeder pigs yet too that were from last fall, and he had them on Kijiji for sale. And he managed to get, for that 600-pound heifer he got there, he managed to get $600 for him, or not heifer, bull, 600-pound bull. It was a red one. He didn't know what breed it was, and it doesn't look like a red Angus. Too long of a hair. And then he sold the other twins calves that were only about 3 months old. He got, he wanted $400 a piece for them, but he got $300. And now he has to be out by the end of the month. And I've been looking at the boar, and he came down to an agreeable price. So I'm taking the boar. I'm just trying to find some way of getting it here, because my livestock trailer is way down there. Of course, I usually plow behind there, and there's a road down there, and I can't get to it. And then these boxes that I transfer animals in, there's one here, it's frozen to the ground with manure. And then there's 3 or 4 more back there. One, the very first one, is empty, but it's frozen solid in ice. And no way I can move it. So I think what I'm going to do is take the rest of that firewood off of there tomorrow and go to the feed store and get a bunch of pallets and put 2 pallets long and 1 pallet wide, and screw the heck out of them and screw them down to the deck and put a couple of crank straps over top and transfer them home here. And now he's trying to get me to take his sow because nobody wants it. But it's a 3-year-old sow already, and she just had a litter of piglets about 2 weeks ago. She had, was it 16 she had? Yeah, but then one was a stillborn, and then she crushed a couple, and he's left with 11. And he's bugging me to take the sow, but I don't know. Money is so tight. Because I got those two females over there that I want to breed. He's going in the freezer. Or no, pardon me. The very first pig on this side is a female. The one walking towards me is the big male. And then the other female back there. But he's ready for the freezer. But I can't get nothing into the abattoir. Still, I call every week. But they're only killing 1 day a week. So like everything here is turned to ice. Now you take your life into your hands walking on this. It's just glare ice all the way down at the road at my plow truck there where I plowed before it rained. It's just a glare ice. You can see glare ice over there. That water to air heat exchanger that you hang from a ceiling, that red thing there, red and green, that was way under the snow. And it was probably snow was like 2 feet over top of it. That wood there was just strips that I've been piling there all winter because they're a pain to cut up and they don't last long, burning, and I just use them for starting the fire. These were totally buried, and the steps all melted off from the rain. Look at the ice over there from coming off the roof. And we had that the day before the rain. We had 2 days of about 38 degrees, and then the day before that we went down to like 20 below. The day before that we were 60 above, and today's not bad. The wind's a little chilly, but it's not bad. Okay guys, take her easy, and if you can help out at all, use the US and Canada Amazon link below. I get a little bit of percentage for all the sales. or make donation to the PayPal, or you can mail a check to the address on the beginning of the video. For any donations to help people and families in need. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great weekend, everybody.